Welcome back, beautiful soul. It is me, Soli, and I'm out here spreading them good vibes, and hopefully today you get to feel it too. Now let's jump right into the video and learn something new. So today we'll be talking about the Arcturians, the Arcturians. These beings are of the fifth dimension. They come from the star Arcturia, I think it is, Arcturia, from the Boots constellation. It is said that this star is the brightest star of the Boots constellation, and we can actually see this star in our north hemisphere. So the Arcturians are said to be the most advanced civilization in this local universe. They are advanced technologically, but also consciously speaking. It is said that they're very intuitive, telepathic, and they have the ability to move things with their minds. They are also portrayed to be, in a sense, like the model, or like the prototype of our future, as they too, in a sense, came from a familiar past as us. They too, to a degree, went through what we went through. They too, in a sense, had to transcend their physical body, their three-dimensional body, into this fifth-dimensional body that they are living in now. They teach in their dimension that love is like of the highest degree or secret, you can say, when it comes to living on the fifth dimension. What they did was they said that they had to let go of all negative energy from their bodies, whether that be hatred, anger, envy, jealousy, and all of these things, and to this transcendence and moving into unconditional love, and moving into unconditional love, they themselves were able to ascend into these higher consciousness, of which they are living in now. So these beings are five-dimensional, as I said. So ultimately, what discerns the dimensions is the vibration they're on. You got to keep in mind that everything is vibration, frequency, and it's like, a lot of us say this, but I feel like a lot of people don't really know what that means, like vibration, frequency. It's like, I really feel like it is very true that our perception of life comes from our understanding of what we know life to be. So it's like, when you truly understand what we mean by life to be, vibration and frequency, then to a degree it's like, that aspect of life is shown to you. Like me, yesterday when I was walking, and I was pondering upon this thought, and I finally got it. I finally realized what it meant, and I was looking around my reality, and I was literally able to see, in a sense, you can say, like the simulation in which I was living in. As it's like, you see, the thing about it is, everything you perceive, from my sound, my voice, to the way I look, to the smells around you, to the wind, the air hitting your face, all of these things are simply vibrations. None of them are real. When you hear sound, when you hear someone singing, all that is happening is they're hitting you. You're receiving a specific vibration from them, and it's these vibrations, in a sense, you can say, dance on your brain, and they manipulate your brain in specific ways, which in turn allows you to perceive this density, or this. So ultimately, it's like, that's what we mean when we say vibration. Like, ultimately, everything is vibration and frequency, in the sense that there is no, like, the physical reality that we perceive, that we think to be real, is not truth, you know. And but in actuality, everything is based upon vibration and frequency. Every single experience you have is vibrational. This is what we mean when we say life is but physical, you know, the physical, Maya, the illusion, well, I don't want to say the Matrix, but to a degree the Matrix. But yeah, you know, all of these things, this is like what we mean when we say that it's all illusion. What we're saying is that ultimately, the only thing that is real is the vibration that's behind it. And vibration is just one thing, you know, vibrating at different frequencies. And it's like, once you realize this and you really realize and understand, like, the Matrix movie, you know, and how they were talking about, like, I forgot specifically what it was, but it was like, you know, they were in the white room, and Morpheus was talking to Neo, and he was, you know, explaining to him the Matrix and how it's just all lights and codes, and how they can manifest whatever they want technically to these lights and codes. Technically, it's the same thing with this life as well, you know. It's like once you realize this and you realize that everything is vibration and frequency, then you understand that you too can manipulate the vibrations around you and things of that nature, you know. So after this series, I will be making a video on, you know, breathing, breath work, and, you know, the importance of breath, the importance of respiration, inhale, exhale, and how ultimately this is life, you know. This is what life is. Life is all about the inhale and the exhale, from, you know, the sun and its nature to the moon, from the sun's electromagnetic nature to the moon's electromagnetic nature, you know, from the death and the rebirth. Everything is ultimately contracting and contracting and expanding. Everything is contracting and expanding. But yes, back to the beings, the Antares beings. No, not the Arcturians, the Arcturian beings. So these beings are they are very advanced, you know, technologically speaking as well. They have technologies that we can only dream of, that we can only imagine, you know. And they travel throughout the whole universe, assisting and guiding others whom are in need, you know. Like, they are known to be protectors of the beings around them, around their star, you know, including Earth. They help protect us and many others from evil entities. For instance, like on Earth, whereas there are good entities trying to help us, there are most definitely indeed other entities that want to stop our ascension, you know. And the Arcturian beings, they are helping to protect us. They, in a sense, are like helping, you know, to not, I don't want to say balance shit out, but like, yeah, I'll just leave it at protect us, you know. So these Arcturian beings, they live in a hierarchical civilization. So there is hierarchy and there's civilization, you know, but they don't really perceive polarity. They don't really perceive polarity, and everything they do is from a place of balance and balance, love, and harmony, you know. So it's like, even though there's a hierarchy, it's not like one specific race is being treated like shit and the other is okay, you know. Like here on like our government and how it's portrayed, you know, how it's set up, like from the high to the middle to the low class. It's not particularly like that, you know. With them, it's kind of, the way they operate is from a place of love and balance, you know. So I also want to say this: they choose the hierarchy depending upon the person's vibrational frequency, or like aura field, rather, you should say. Oh shit. So yes, as I was saying, they choose as to who is where and where is who, depending upon, you know, their aura field. Simply put, their aura field, and what color the aura field is, you know. So I want to say that the highest status or authority, or however you want to call it, upon the hierarchy or the elders. These elders, they hold high wisdoms. They hold high frequencies and vibrations of knowledge and wisdom. And it is said that they're also in a sense in control of the operation of Earth, in the sense of like the Arcturians that are working on Earth, they are receiving their guidance and things of this nature from these Arcturian beings, of these elders, rather I should say. Now, interesting thing is, beings of the purple or the violet, beings who have violet or purple in their aura field, and purple or violet in a sense is also ultimately of the highest truth. It also represents wisdom, truth, unity, and things of that nature. But yes, it is said that it is these beings who are responsible for taking care of taking care of the children, as these Arcturian beings understand that the children are important and they need guidance, major guidance. Meanwhile, on Earth, this is happening. What the fuck? But yeah, I don't even want to. That's a whole another story, But it's like, the thing about Earth is we have, in a sense, been what's this word, like? Yeah, the word is not coming to me, but I guess rather I should say like our consciousness has been to a degree hijacked by lower entities, so they are in a sense leading us astray, but of course you gotta understand that there are beings helping us. Like, come on, do you really think if there weren't beings helping us that we would be where we were? Like, it's a fact that if we weren't having assistance at a positive level, then we in a sense we'd be fucked, but I see hope, I see light. We're good, But yes, there are, just as there are beings on the other side, there are also beings on our side, if you get what I'm saying. But yes, these Arcturian beings are very loving, very caring. They're very they're loving, and they're very advanced, intellectually, technologically, and telepathically. I don't even know why I said that. But so I also want to say that on Earth they play roles of they play roles of being spiritual, emotional, and mental healers. They come and they help us to heal at a spiritual, emotional, and mental level. This is what they do for us. They help us to heal this way. It is also said that, in a sense, this Arcturian star, Arcturus, is like our inspiration. As I mentioned earlier, it is seen and it is said that they are, in a sense, like our future, like an example of what we are to become, as they too walked a similar path as we did. What the fuck? Oh, thought I seen that line right here. But yes, as I was saying, they too have walked a similar path as us, and they had to transcend these negative energies and things of this nature. And once they transcended it as a whole, they ascended in consciousness. And this is to a degree like what we are doing, are we not? Like, we are transcending these lower emotions, these lower vibrations, into higher vibrations. And as we do so, we ourselves will ascend. Our consciousness will ascend. So yes, they are here. Certain Arcturian beings have incarnated into this realm, but what you need to realize is that they are of fifth dimension. three-dimensional beings can perceive fifth-dimensional beings, but multiple dimensions can indeed reside in a specific space, a specific area, a specific space. I'll just leave it at that. Simultaneously, you know. So for all we know, there can be an Arcturian being sitting or standing behind me, you know, and we wouldn't be able to perceive it, maybe feel it, but not perceive it, you know. And yeah, you know, it was like this with my other videos. Like when I did the Palladian video, I definitely felt their essence. When I did the Syrian video, I definitely felt their essence as well. And yo, the reptilian, yo, that shit was crazy. Like, cause with them, the video kept getting disrupted, you know. The video kept like, there were a shit ton of distractions, and it kept getting disrupted. Yeah. So that was that too. But I'm not gonna say I feel their presence. Like, I'm not gonna say I feel the Arcturians' presence, because I really don't. Okay, interesting. Ouch. But yeah, as I was saying, I mean, it's like I said I don't, but a voice is telling me, like, we are here, you know. We are here, as like they are here, if you get what I'm saying. Because the thing about it is, you see, when you talk about an energy, you attract that energy to you. So if you're talking about something of like dark intent or like evil or things of this nature, then that energy will be attracted to you, you know. Like when I was talking about whatchamacallit, the Arcturian, the reptilians, I attracted them, and therefore my video was kind of like disrupted multiple times, you know, because the shit I was revealing about them was like shit that they didn't want people to know, if you get what I'm saying, you know. It's like there's a lot of video upon the reptilians on the internet, yes, but a lot of it is false, you know. It's not really the truth, the jizz of it. But yes, I was speaking some real shit, and they came through and kind of disrupted my shit, you know. It was also very interesting because later on, I don't know, I think it was like a day or so later, I still felt their presence, you know, and I realized, like, holy shit, they're around me, and I need to like cleanse or something like this, you know, like need to get rid of them, you know. So what I did was called them my angels, right? And they came through, and what happened was there were 3 of them, you know. So I called for 3 angels, and they came through with their knives, and they stabbed these reptilian beings, right, from like the stomach, and they in a sense kind of ripped, like, you know, it was like, if you get what I'm saying. And I don't know, it was like, I mean, of course it didn't happen in front of me, but I was still able to see it through my mind's eye, I guess you can say, you know. And that shit was dope. I was like, whoa, what? And then after that, you know, they kind of left and things of that nature, you know. But yeah, it's very interesting. You should really be careful as to what you tap into, who you tap into, because they will reply to you, you know. It's kind of like these beings in a sense are like well, they're here to assist us, you know. A lot of us have a lot of friends, a lot of guides, a lot of spirit animals, a lot of entities and beings that are here wanting to support us, you know. But just as there's one side of there's this side, there's also this side of negative entities, you know. Negative and positive. It will always manifest, my friend. So yeah, you know, there's that. But what else can I say? So yes, you know, that being that, they in a sense are like our inspiration, you know. We are inspired by their star, or like that Arcturian star is sending out energy that is inspiring us, you know, because that's all a star is, you know. Like, for example, lately I've been doing readings where I would these readings I did for free, you know. I do for free, where it was like I would simply help someone understand if they had any galactic ties, if like their not their expression, but like who they were came from another planet, you know, like I mean from another star. Because look, that's all astrology is. Astrology is the study of the stars, and all stars is in a sense they're like beams of light. You know, they're like light beings that are like beaming light outwardly into us, to us rather, I should say. What is light? Light is information, right? So the way I do this is I, you know, look at the person's moon sign, as your moon sign is like the true you. You know, this is your moon sign is actually the most important in the chart. Like some say your ascendant is, some say your sun is, but yes, I can really say how the moon is, because look, the moon has that ability to shape your sun and your ascendant, you know, because it's your moon is ultimately how you react and how you react to the external world. Your moon is how you react to stimulation from within, you know. Your moon is your emotional self, your emotional body. So your moon in a sense is like who you are when everything is like stripped away from you, when like when they take away your personality and they take away your self-expression. You're just left with your moon, you know. You're just left with your reaction, your emotional body. And yeah, your moon is like you. It's really who you are, you know. This is what your moon is. Your sun sign is like, in a sense, your expression. This is to a degree the light that you blind people with, I kind of like to say. Even though it's not like a masquerade or anything, but yeah, it's just like the light that you are expressing outwardly that everybody sees. Whereas your ascendant is like your personality. This is kind of how you laugh, how you dress, you know, to a degree how you talk, but that's kind of like Mercury as well. But I guess more we can say what you find funny, and it's just like, you know, your personality. Like when we say I love your personality, well, when someone says they love your personality, it's like, yes, you're talking about your ascendant, but I feel like they're also tapping into Venus, your Venus sign, and I'm talking astrology, you know. So if anybody's like confused as to what the fuck I'm talking about astrology. But yes, you know, so I do this, and I look at the person's moon sign, and depending on the degree, I look to see if there are any fixed stars upon that degree, you know. And if there is a fixed star upon that degree, then this means that this person is being channeled, or came from their essence, who they are, came from that specific star, you know, whether that be like the Pullach star, Electra, or things of this nature, you know. And this in a sense is what allows me to gauge upon, you know, like if this person is from elsewhere, you know. But it's like, what people don't realize is, yes, I'll help you do that, but then it's like you can get a whole reading where I help you, or first I break down your energies, you know, your astrological energies. So like what your signs, like your expression, you know, your emotional aspect, your communicative aspect, your intelligence, the way you love, how you want to receive love, the way you execute your plans, luck, you know, and restrictions and things of this nature. And the thing about it is, what people don't realize is, it's like, yes, your moon sign might not be foreign, but you can have certain you can't, like, the other expressions of you, whether that be Mercury, which is how you communicate, can be coming from another place, you know, or like the way you love can be coming from another place, so on and so forth, you know. So it's like, I do advise people to get like a full reading if they're really, really desiring to want to know everything, you know. But it's like, I'll offer you a reading just because I'm generous, you know, just because I'm kind, for free, as to see if like your moon sign is whatchamacallit, as to see if you are being channeled from somewhere else, you know. I hope you guys get what I'm saying. But I don't even know why I brought that up. Why did I bring that up? But yes, the sun. I mean, the Arcturian star. That's why I brought that up. So yes, ultimately stars are just streams of information, you know. So this star is streaming information to us that is inspiring us, you know. They're in a sense like our motivation, if you get what I'm saying. And on top of that, there are also most definitely beings on this from that star planet really, nigga, from that star sign, and they themselves are anchoring in those high vibrational frequencies down to this earth to help us ascend. They are also tying in their cultures and their philosophies into the Earth's matrix, you know. And if, as I mentioned, a matrix is ultimately a program in which which vibration can express itself, you know, as vibration is nothing without frequency, if you get what I'm saying. So to a degree, you can kind of perceive like the matrix to be, in a sense, like the set of rules and things of this nature that express life. You know, it's like Mother Gaia has a unique expression due to her unique matrix. You know, it is because of the matrix that she is residing upon that she can build these trees, that she can build us humans, you know, and things of this nature. Like, it's all about expression, you know. And it's interesting to me because I feel like we, to a degree, are kind of fearful, or like we don't understand when it comes to other beings and how they look different than us and things of this nature. But the truth is, just because they look different than us doesn't really mean that they're less or more than us, but it's just like their expression is different, you know, like they're just being expressed differently. But ultimately, we are all, in a sense, rooting from a same like geometric structure, like a geometric foundation for life, you know. Like, I think it is the three-pointed I'm not sure, but I feel like it's maybe the three-pointed star, or is it the six-pointed star, right? That, in a sense, is like that manifests. Well, ultimately, what I'm talking about is the Merkaba, you know, and I'm aware that the Merkaba, in a sense, is like, I want to see a three-pointed star that has the ability that, I think it's a tetrahedral. It's from a fifth dimensional geometric shape. Yeah, I meant to say shape. And it can manifest, you know, a circle, a square, and a triangle simultaneously. I think, I'm not really 100% sure. I guess I'm, to a degree, speaking from what I feel like I know, if you guys get what I'm saying. As to the name, you know, as to like the shape's name and things of that nature. Like, I know what I'm talking about, I'm just not 100% sure about the names, you know. But yes. So, yeah, you know, it's all a different expression. It's all a different expression of life. Now that brings me to, you know, their appearance, what they look like and things of this nature. So these Arcturian beings are ultimately, green. They're green. In their appearance, you know, their skin is like green, a green color. Whoa. Weird. It's like, so something about me. I've been fasting lately, you know, and I'm on my 3rd day of fasting. I've been consuming nothing but water. But yes, I've been fasting, you know, and I'm actually very, very surprised as to how I'm feeling right now, you know, because I feel good. Like, I don't feel drained or anything, and of course that's because I've been out in nature, you know, these past days of fasting, and I've been, in a sense, receiving my nourishment, things of this nature, from other means of other means, you know. But yes, I've been fasting solely because it's like, I guess these past couple months I haven't particularly been on my right diet. I'm not saying that there is a right diet. Like, honestly, there really isn't, as everything you are going through, you need to go through, you know. Everything you are going through is for a benefit for your soul. Like, it's to benefit your soul, you know. Like, we are going through all of this. Do you really think that, well, yeah, of course. I was going to say, do you really think that we came here to do this shit for fun? And to a degree, yes, some of us did, you know. Some of us did come here to do this shit for fun. Most definitely. But it's like, also for ascension, for growth, you know. So it's like, how the fuck are you going to grow if you're constantly comfortable, if you're constantly latching onto the light, you know, if you're constantly like, ooh, I want to be right here with this, you know, with like the light, blah, 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 you know. So it's like, to a degree, you need to realize that you can't, there really isn't wrong or right, like, and that shit goes deep, you know, like, to the point where there's certain specific things I can't even talk about because we don't even realize, we don't understand this concept just yet, you know, that everything there truly isn't right or wrong. Like yes, subjectively we can perceive right and wrong, but if you think about it, like if you were to just to be objectively perceiving things, then you would understand that there truly isn't right or wrong, you know. But because everything is the yin and yang, you know. The yin and yang is needed. The yin and yang is like the highest manifestation energy of upon this realm. In a sense, it governs this whole existing universe, you know. It's all yin and yang. It's all the black and the white. It's all the polarity. But the thing about the polarity is it's one and the same thing, you know. It is needed. It is what we call life. The feminine and the masculine create life. The feminine can be perceived as the black aspect of the yin, and the masculine can be perceived as the white aspect of the yin, the yang, blah blah blah, whatever. But yes, you know, I just kind of had to let that out real quick. But where was I? But yeah, all is needed, you know. All is needed, and that's right. So that's what I was talking about. How everything is vibration and frequency, right? Is that what I was talking about? Oh, I know that ultimately what I was talking about was, you know, me and how I was fasting, and wow, that's crazy. It all started with this grass, you know, with the color green. I mentioned that because when I had like the color green right here, I was able to like hear something, if you get what I'm saying, like a subtle vibration or whatever, if you guys get what I'm saying. And I ultimately brought that up because when you fast, what happens is, in a sense, you ascend yourself, you know. As you let go of food and you're not consuming food, you're not being anchored down, you're not being grounded back down into earth by consuming earth, you know. So as I am just relying, just not consuming anything, you know, my vibration as well will ascend, if you get what I'm saying. And that's ultimately, I guess, why I was able to hear something when I hear the sound of grass. But whoa, let me also say this, as I mentioned on my other video, you know, it is said that once upon a time, we human beings, we were able to hear the whispers of other beings from other dimensions. But as time passed and as we evolved, if you want to call it that, what happened was, okay, cool. What happened was, as we evolved and technology became more present and we started becoming bombarded from electrical frequencies, whether that be microwaves, you know, waves from like the Wi-Fi and things of this nature, because it's all over, it's everywhere, you know. 333. I like to call it them synchronicities, you know, when I see them. Yes. So unconsciously we learn to tune all of these sounds out of our, like, tune them all out, you know. Like now we have the ability to, in a sense, sit with like music playing or something and we can just tune it out, you know. And as we did this, what happened was, as we tuned these sounds off, we also tuned everything else out, you know. And as we whoa, 1 2 3 4, you know, some crows pulled up and like they came in the shape of a square, you know. There was like 2 at the bottom, then there was like 2 at the top, and 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4 5. Give me a second. crows. What the fuck? But yeah, if you guys seen my Archimoids, my Archimoid video, then I explained my experience. Like, I had this crazy experience just yesterday with these crows, and I talked about it in the video I released. The video titled Archimoids, Archimoids. Now the Archimoid beings, I made a video about them, they are they're like the recyclers of of the universe. They're responsible for recycling the energy and things of this nature, as they're eight-dimensional beings, and when you see the infinity symbol, you see 8, right? But yes, go check that video out. I feel like all of this information I'm giving is like, it's valuable, and it's like, even though like one thing might not crows. What the fuck? Crows are so fucking interesting. I resonate. Whoa, they're also beautiful. Guess from far away you wouldn't really particularly be able to see their beauty, or maybe you would, but it's like when they come close to you, then I don't know, their feathers are just interesting. But yo, I need to stop getting distracted. The other day though, on the video I talked about the Archimoids, I think it was, like a shit ton of crows, just they all just came around me. But that's another story, To, I guess, to sum it up, no. So I also want to mention, like, as I said earlier, they travel in their starships rather, I should say, through the galaxies, but these starships aren't just starships like typical 3-dimensional starships. They are five-dimensional, and they're powered by these 5D crystals. They're powered by crystal energy, I guess you can say. And these crystals also allow them to travel through the dimensions, But yes, hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was informative. Hope you enjoyed watching it as much as I enjoyed making it, as much as I enjoyed sitting up here and giving you this information. A beautiful saying I like to say, as I guess really understand the connection between everything, unity, if you want to call it that, oneness. I believe that to teach is to learn, and to learn is to teach, in the sense that, like, as I teach you, I in turn learn, because it's like, the thing about it is we affect each other. We all affect each other, and it's kind of like, I guess you can kind of say, the law of rhythm, or the law of cause and effect. Like, the way I cause, if I create a cause, there will be an effect, but that effect in turn is gonna cause something to me. I feel like I'm confusing this shit, yo. What the fuck? But it's like, we're all connected, and it's like a kind of a ripple effect, like the butterfly effect. Like, if I do this, then it's gonna impact you, and then it's gonna in turn come back to me. Woo. But yes, I hope you enjoyed. This has been me solely, and if you did like this video or love this video, then don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Thank you, you beautiful soul. Namaste. Have a blessed day.